Company could save tons of money every year just by reducing waste. Would you be interested? Many businesses aren't taking advantage of waste strategies and reduction programs. Why not? Is it misconceptions? Maybe it's not knowing where to start. Daily overwhelm could be a big factor, and thinking it requires a major investment is another biggie. So, I'm here to tell you that all of that is false. Hey guys, I'm Stacy Savage, aka the Texas Trash Talker. I'm your expert zero waste consultant and recycling nerd of 20 years. I help businesses reduce waste for increased revenue, deeper customer loyalty, employee empowerment, and to drive a green marketing edge. So today, I'm going to be sharing real business reasons that companies don't reduce waste and simple tips to overcome each obstacle. So, you can implement a waste reduction program with minimal costs and effort. And this will allow you to see quick ROI. So I'll share with you exactly how to do this step by step. So with some basic education and effort, you can join the ranks of top tier companies that are doubling their profits by slashing waste. Stick around for key ways to unlock major savings through waste reduction for your business. The solutions may surprise you, so let's dive in. So number one, the biggest one is lack of awareness. The biggest reason is because many businesses don't realize the benefits of waste reduction, or they don't see it as a priority. They may not know the types of waste that are even in their operations, what's coming out the back end that's going to the dumpsters, right? They may not even know how much they're being charged by these hauler companies that are taking these materials off their property. What does your contract say? Do you know? It's a big thing to look into. So, educating executives and employees on waste streams and the associated expenses is absolutely key. One way you can do that is by getting a baseline measurement. Conducting a waste audit helps you identify top materials coming out of your business and helps you identify the costs that are associated with those materials. That's right. You have to deep dive your company's waste stream. And we're talking pretty much all the way down to the gum wrapper. You got to weigh it. You got to track it. You got to catalog it. You have to document it. And if you don't want to do your own waste audit, hire my team. We've done dozens. Now, you can tie cost savings into waste reduction programs to your corporate sustainability goals and your reporting. So you can spotlight examples of companies saving millions through their own waste reduction programs to potentially inspire action in your own executive teams, who are the ones that need to buy in and cut the checks, right? So you want to calculate potential savings at your company to showcase these opportunities. And if you want help doing this, contact me. I can help you make the case for zero waste. Number two is inertia. I get it, y'all. Sometimes it's just hard to change entrenched processes, but momentum only builds with taking the first couple of small steps, right? So, let's start with the really easiest waste streams. Could paper use be reduced by digitizing your processes? Could you institute a cardboard flattening policy so boxes that come into your business don't take up all your recycling dumpster space? Maybe you can work with a local school system to legally donate any leftover cafeteria foods that your employees don't consume so that kids have full bellies and you get a tax write-off. Pretty win-win to me. It's important to look for waste reduction measures with quick payback periods. Implement those first to demonstrate proof of concept to those who need maybe a little more motivation to buy in. And then you can start expanding to other types of materials and repeat those quick win processes. In tandem with building momentum for your business waste reduction, you need to also engage your employees by publicizing these early wins, these early successes. Provide training for best practices on waste minimization. Build on your early wins to tackle even bigger streams of waste. Codify processes so that reduction practices stick and human habits actually start to change. Inertia can be overcome through several incremental progressive steps. Number three is perceived costs. So many companies believe that waste reduction requires major capital investments upfront, and that's just not the case. There are lots of low cost to no cost ways to reduce waste through improved purchasing, inventory management, recycling. Changing corporate buying habits to reduce packaging waste costs very little. It might take a little alteration to a vendor's contract, but it can be done because remember, you're that company's client and they don't want to lose your business. So if you have a request like that, they're most likely going to do what they can in order to help you achieve that waste reduction goal. You got to just get them to the table to have the conversation about it, right? So additional employee engagement programs could be like printing double-sided, making sure that all your printers are set to a default duplex setting, and make sure everything possible is stored in the cloud instead of being printed out. Even bigger projects like installing a closed loop water recycling system can have reasonable payback periods under 2 years. So stressing low cost options and quantifying project ROI overcomes those perceived cost barriers. Once enough cost savings are realized, then you can invest that money into program expansion to tackle things like food waste, toxic electronics, and more. Number four is lack of expertise. I get it. This is not your forte. Waste streams and reduction strategies can seem complex, overwhelming, but they don't have to be. Lean on knowledgeable partners like your waste management firm and sustainability consultants like me to identify opportunities to capitalize on. Seek best practices from industry associations and groups, leverage available expertise so that you don't have to build your program from scratch. Small investments in technical assistance, such as my online Cash for Trash Zero Waste Business Academy, provides the knowledge needed to devise and execute a waste reduction plan. Just saying, y'all. And then number five is low incentives. Now, when waste costs are a fraction of expenses, businesses often overlook waste reduction as a key spot to save money. So these costs add up and then they undermine profitability, meaning if you're not connecting waste volumes to hard costs generated by your procurement and your disposal budgets, then you're losing out on the opportunity to right-size your services and equipments for your specific business needs. Not what the hauler arbitrarily tells you they think you're going to need, anticipating your waste flow, but what you actually need. So you can also put bonus targets around waste and cost reduction goals. That means you can monetize the benefits of less waste through avoided purchases and disposal costs. One idea or an example is to funnel those savings into an employment fund that supports educational programs and community volunteer hours. Think about all the green marketing content that you can develop through storytelling, videos, social media challenges, and more. Trust me when I say this can create a huge buzz around your brand, build confidence in your current customer base that they should keep buying your products because you're going green, attracting new customers that align with eco messaging, with their values, and show your investors and your shareholders that you have a commitment to attaining your ESG goals as they demand. The incentives are there, y'all. We just need to highlight them. So the barriers to waste reduction are not insurmountable. You now have a roadmap to build a waste reduction program in your company step by step. So start by auditing your waste streams and your costs to make the case for zero waste. Identify some quick early wins to build momentum. Bring in outside expertise if you need help devising your waste reduction plan and implementation protocols. And then rally your employees through engagement and incentives. You've got to implement these processes to ensure that these reductions last. And finally, quantify the financial and environmental benefits. So with some focus and effort, you can join the ranks of companies that are saving millions of dollars through waste reduction. The time is now. Our planet cannot wait any longer. And let me tell you something else. The upcoming younger millennials, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, are already demanding sustainable business operations. If you want to stay relevant in your industry, you must start now. And I challenge you to act. Start evaluating your waste streams today. Reach out if you need any additional assistance in getting your waste reduction programs off the ground. I can help. If you want a free PDF download of this Get Started checklist, then just say yes, please, in the comments so that I can get it on over to you. By working together, we can build a more sustainable future. Be the change, y'all. We can